Hello, my soul friends. How are you doing today? Well, I feel like we're moving into some bumpy waters again. We've had a little reprieve, but this week there's some things going on, and you may be feeling them, including Mercury retrograde and five other planets in retrograde. So a lot of perhaps a time to practice patience, but a lot of, like hiccups, challenges, unexpected challenges, things that pop up. Like today, I had a Zoom meeting and my client couldn't get into the Zoom. I did a chart for someone the other day and I had the wrong birth date on the chart. So I already know that Mercury retrograde is messing with me, and it doesn't mess with everybody. It depends on your individual chart and where the retrograde is happening. So, but nonetheless, we are in a transformational cycle, an unfolding transformational experience together, a unique transformational experience together. So you're not alone. And I know that is an overused phrase, but it is true. You're not alone. I know no one at this moment in my private practice or my family, my friends. Well, I know a few who are celebrating some joyful times, like new babies being born and all those beautiful blessings of life and birthdays and all of that. But most everyone I know, including myself, is facing obstacles, challenges, life not quite as we want it, right? But in the chaos, I often say, is the beauty and the blessings. But this phrase keeps coming to me, and it came to me in a meditation the other day. And let me see if I can get it again. Sometimes I get these little messages. I think it was last video I mentioned another one, and they come like, I guess, like they're called koans, where it's like a riddle you have to solve, but you can't really solve it. Like the traditional reference of a koan is, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And your brain goes, what? Huh? But there's something in there to chew on and to surface some of your own soul wisdom. So here's my message that came. It's not really a riddle. It's actually pretty obvious, but I think it has many layers. And that is, this is not forever. It's just for right now. This is not forever. It is just for right now. So that opened up many things for me, and maybe it opens up something for you. But one thing that came to me was, clearly this challenging time is not forever. The personal challenges we face are not forever. They are just for right now. And so this present moment is serving up many opportunities for the just for right now for us to practice with. Definitely during retrograde season, practicing patience, practicing maybe a little bit more preparation and double checking and really being more mindful. But for me personally, I have a lot of, like I just had this image, okay, of like a ball of yarn knotted up, and you just want to get to the yarn, but it's just all tangled. I have a lot of issues like that right now. They're not simple to unwind and undo. They're going to take some time. They're going to take some patience. They're going to take some willingness to keep going, to keep growing, to keep showing up despite what is. Even though, and I get this reflection a lot, and I'm one of these people because primarily, I'd say I'm an ambivert. I love people, but I love being on my own. But I'm feeling and finding more than ever, I just want to be with myself. My work is working with others, and I love that. But at the end of the day, when I clock out, I don't really want to pick up a phone. And I notice a lot of my friends aren't calling either. So I know we're all in this together. We're all just feeling really spent, aren't we? Really maybe overwhelmed, maybe preoccupied with all that's occupying us. Maybe just a lot going on in our minds and in our lives and in the world. So I felt a need to just offer something today as a reminder that whatever you're facing is just for right now. It's not forever. However, whatever you are facing, whatever you are growing through, whatever is happening for you, not against you, is all purposeful to the unfolding. All of it. All of it. And I know sometimes it's hard for us to wrap our minds around, like, why this? And, those why questions can take us down dark rabbit holes that don't really support us. When you ask a why question, why is this happening to me? Or why did that happen? It can offer up some important information, but we can get stuck there. But there is this function of the brain. It's called the reticular activating system. And it's very much like Google search, right? Google search, you just type in, whatever you're looking for and you find it. There's so much information now, right? We can get mired down in that so much information too. But with the brain, very much like Google search, when you ask a question, or say, have you had the experience where you're looking for a car, or you're thinking, like when I got my last car, I wanted an olive green Subaru. But I ended up getting a charcoal gray, which I love. But I saw Subarus everywhere, right? Why? That was up in my Google search brain and I saw them everywhere. So what we have in our mind in that search engine is what we're going to see more of. That's why it's really important. Yes, feel your feelings, notice your thoughts, but don't keep searching there, because you're going to find more and more negative information, more and more challenges. It's important to notice the challenge. It's important to feel the feelings. But then you want to put a question up that moves you in the direction of where you want to go. So a why question, why is this happening to me? It'll open up all kinds of things. Oh, well, like when you were 7 and this happened and that happened. And again, this can be a fruitful search and it can be important, but you can get mired down there, right? The nature of my practice, people come to me as a hypnotherapist, as a soul guide, and currently expanding my practice into more spiritual direction as I'm in my training program with Hayden Institute right now, which I love, which is a lot of what I was already doing, dream work, helping the spiritual being unfold the human experience for the purpose of really expanding that soul potential. And I just got off on a tangent. I do that a lot. Let's see. So where was I going? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, oh yes, that the spiritual being having a human experience. So we address the human experience to whatever challenges we're having. There's the philosophy that, we chose this. We chose, our soul chose our parents, our circumstances, and we collectively chose this time to be here, to do some big work, to evolve the human race, to evolve our potential and the collective potential. So this is a significant time, and no doubt you're feeling tired. No doubt you're feeling even weary. So it's a time to pause and rest, especially during Mercury retrograde. And, we've got Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto in retrograde. So a lot of retrograde energy, which is just like, again, it's like, it's like walking upstream a river. Like you're walking, the flow is going the opposite way and you're walking the other way, and it's hard to walk in that direction. But we need to, at this time, review a little bit and be willing to see what is surfacing. There's a lot of things maybe we don't want to look at, deal with, that are surfacing, right? It's all purposeful. So when you take a look at your to-do list and you just have a heavy sigh, tell yourself this too is purposeful. And I have got what is needed. I'm capable to meet this challenge. I'm capable of being with what is. And if you're feeling some doubt about it, think of another time when you faced challenges or situations that felt, impossible to get through, and you got through, and you grew through, and you became stronger on the other side. And that quote just comes to mind now, and I think Audrey Hepburn said it. And it goes something like this. Me and my quotes. I don't do these scripted, so whatever comes, comes. So it's not impossible when you recognize that I'm possible. I love that. So the thing that feels impossible, put your hand on your heart and say, yes, feels impossible, but I'm possible. I'm cultivating what is needed to meet this challenge. I'm cultivating what is needed to grow through this. I'm cultivating what is needed for my higher purpose unfolding right now in this challenge, in this crisis, in this moment. So I want to offer, I keep hearing the word challenge. I don't really want to say challenge, but I want to invite you to roll up your sleeves with me. I have just done a to-do list that, when I saw all these things that I have to untangle and deal with, I felt heavy. I was like, oh gosh, okay, I'm possible. I've got this. I'm possible. I've got this. So I want to invite you to commit to something that's like a tangled ball of yarn in your life that you've maybe put in the closet, you've been avoiding, you don't want to deal with because it feels difficult and impossible. But now you're waking up to this moment and recognizing, yes, as I speak to your soul, and your soul says, yes, you got this. You're possible. Your qualities you have, your capabilities, your strengths are coming forward to meet you in this very moment. This moment that is not forever, but just for right now. So think of it as an opportunity to flex those muscles, those spiritual muscles of courage and faith and trust and hope and whatever you need to create your own to-do list, to open that closet where you hid some things you didn't want to deal with and say, come on now, I got you, and we're doing this. So if you feel like you want to play this big game with me, comment in the comments. And I just looked down at my clock and it was 12:22. I love that. 222 is for me, it's an indicator of faith and trust. Perfect, right? So in the comments, either just say I'm in, like, yes, I'm accepting this invitation to tackle something that's been something that I didn't want to look at or face or deal with. Or specifically tell me what it is that's been kind of that bugaboo that you're turning and facing and you're going to take action on, and you're going to activate that potential in you to meet this challenge, this for now, whatever's happening for now, that is not forever, but what you're doing and what you're facing today is growing greater potential for forever. Okay, that's all I have right now. I send you so much love. And I'm so delighted right now because I don't get a lot of comments, and that's okay. I understand we're shy out there, but I've been running into more and more people who come up to me and just say, I've been watching your videos and they're really helping. And you know what? That's everything to me. This was my intention, to show up here perfectly imperfect, unscripted, making mistakes, doing my best to offer something for the collective unfolding. And even if it serves one person. And sometimes, you know what, when I do these videos, that one person is me, and I'm good with that. But I do love to know that I've touched other hearts and souls out there. So like, comment if you can, and even if you just put an emoji out in the comments, a heart or whatever, or tell me where you are. That's all. Then I know you're watching with me and I know where you're watching from. I would really love that. Take good care of yourself. Until next time, I have a moon report coming up. I think I'm going to do that on Monday for the new moon in Libra coming up. So, all right. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.